I took the high road. What I did was set a scene, paint a picture. And if you can't see that very clear picture, I don't have time to hold your hand and walk you to lens crafters.
Brianna LaPaglia is setting the record straight. Days after appearing on the BFF's podcast, where she opened up about facing, quote, narcissistic emotional abuse during her year-long relationship with ex-Zach Bryan, the Barstool Sports host, also known as Brianna Chicken Fry, is now clarifying her previous comments in a TikTok posted November 9th.
Hey guys, I didn't know if I wanted to wait for the podcast for this, but I just have a couple very clear points that I want to make, and I'm gonna do that now, so please bear with me. So one, I see a lot of people being like, well, Dave definitely just gave her $10 million to do a tell-all, so she took money anyway. Dave didn't give me any money. Two, a tell-all? You think that was a tell-all? I took the high road. What I did was set a scene, paint a picture. And if you can't see that very clear picture, I don't have time to hold your hand and walk you to lens crafters, okay? Sorry. I am losing money right now. I am paying for storage, I am paying for movers, I am paying for flights back and forth to New York to go try and find an apartment. That's besides the point.
Brianna then goes on to explain the reason she appeared on the podcast was to, quote, warn young girls about dangerous situations.
I was sitting there trying to warn young girls to stay away from men, from older men, because this happens, and this is the point of it all for me, right here. Back to the message I was trying to say when I was warning young girls, yeah, okay, men are still gonna do this, okay? So stay away from them. Let's protect ourselves. After the podcast, do you know the hundreds of thousands, the millions of views, the likes that I am seeing of people saying this is a universal experience for women? Everyone is relating to this right now. That's why I didn't take the money. It shouldn't be.
The 25-year-old then addresses the notion that, quote, she should have known from Zach's song lyrics.
And everyone being like, well, she should have known. He tells you right in his lyrics. I'm sorry. Where's the lyric about abusing women? I didn't catch that one. And the, well, this just shows he's a little messed up like all of us. I'm sorry. What?
And in case you missed Brianna's original comments on the podcast, here's a look.
I mean, I went through literal narcissistic emotional abuse for a year, and he made me believe everything was my fault. He isolated me for my whole entire life. He wouldn't let me be who I wanted to be. He made me hate everything that I loved about myself. He broke me down and then made me feel like he was all I had left. And he just kept repeatedly beating me down, even to the point of like yesterday, or like when I gave you guys the call, when I'm finally standing up for myself and being like, no, you, I don't want to sign this. It's my fault. I'm the bad guy.
E! News has reached out to Zach Bryan for comment, but has not yet heard back. Bryan first shared the news of their breakup to Instagram on October 22nd, writing on his stories, I thought it would be beneficial for both of us to go our different ways. I am not perfect and never will be. He continued, please respect Brianna's privacy and space in this, and if you have it in your heart, mine too. With everything that I am, and to anyone I let down, I am sorry. I try my best in everything. I failed people that love me, and mostly myself.